Long after we forgot what we saw, we remember what it made us feel. We arrived in Marrakech close to midnight, tired and ready to drop. We expected maybe a quick check-in, keys, unpack, shower, bed. But instead, something beautiful happened. The attendant at our riad, who also lives there, welcomed us like old friends. He quietly poured us mint tea, laid out pastries, and invited us to sit.
Oh, beautiful.
And there we were, two women, far from home, sipping tea under lantern light. Then, as if the moment needed any more magic, he led us up to the rooftop terrace and pointed out the Kutubia Mosque, glowing in the distance. And that's how our trip began, with hospitality that didn't rush, that asked nothing of us but to be present. We were offered mint tea more times than I can count. Everywhere we went, it was like the country was saying, take a breath, sip some tea, you're safe here. A core memory I have is of me and my mom walking back to the riad after hours in the Medina, tired, dusty, but happy. We were about to reach our room, and our host runs up to us just to offer us mint tea on the terrace. No grand gesture, just a soft pause. We wandered through Madrasa Ben Yusuf in awe. Every tile, every beam felt like someone put care into it. And that's how I felt about Morocco. Crafted beauty, made to be wandered in. One day, my mom found a dress at a market stall that she loved. She said, when we return, I'll buy it. When we finally did return, we couldn't find the shop. We tracked our steps multiple times, walked the Medina like a maze in search of this shop, passed the same corners, got slightly delusional, and finally, we found it. She tried it on, and it didn't fit. We laughed the entire way back to the riad. So, me and my mom got a hammam, just us, in a room full of steam and mosaic tile, totally naked, getting scrubbed down with slippery black soap by two women who didn't speak a word of English. Just gestures, smiles, and soft nudges. We laughed through the awkwardness, through the rinses, and even the massage that we did next, still side by side. And when we stepped out of there, makeup free, hair dripping, I look at her and just felt this deep joy. One of those moments where you realize how rare it is to be that open with somebody, and how lucky I am that mine is with my mom. So first we booked a tour from Marrakech to Uzud Falls. The group was a vibe. We were all trading phones, taking each other's pictures with the waterfalls behind us, and the monkeys looking for humans who will feed them. My mom was one of them. I was too chicken. And the waterfalls just roared behind us. We rafted underneath them, got completely misted, and laughed like we were on a water ride at Disneyland. Then, the journey shifted gears. 15 hours in a van to the Sahara. 15 hours. But when you see the golden dunes, it feels like you are in a Disney movie, a dream. We got on camels and couldn't stop giggling and smiling. We just couldn't believe this was our life. It felt pretty epic. We had dinner family style under this giant tent where we ate tagine, and then ended the night with a drum circle around the fire pit where we danced, sang happy birthday to a stranger, and they handed out slices of cake like we were all childhood friends. I stepped back at one point, just far enough to see the scene from a distance, the glow of the fire, laughter rising, other camps flickering in the background, the sky above us. Some of us were up way too late considering we had to wake up at 5 a.m. the next morning for a sunrise camel ride back to the vans. Despite
يلا.
speaking different languages and having diverse backgrounds, we somehow understood each other. That's the gamble of group tours, and I think this time we hit the jackpot. It was like a drama-free summer camp for adults, with camels. What started as a mother-daughter trip became something deeper, an unfolding of our senses, our bond, our pace. The days weren't always smooth, but they were full, and that fullness stayed with me. It wasn't just the beauty of the place, it was the way Morocco invited us in. Not to rush, not to conquer, but to notice, to walk slower, to look closer, to connect more deeply. And maybe that's the mark of a meaningful trip. Not how much you saw, but how much you felt. And we felt it all.
Salud. Salud.